in our life. Now, let's get on with today's conscious check-in. And I promised you that I would share with you the one millionaire secret that you need, or put it another way, this is the one millionaire habit that I really believe everyone should adopt and use. And the reason for that, I never do anything that I haven't already tested thoroughly on myself. This is a habit that has totally changed my life around in the last year, and it's unbelievably simple. Now, half of you are expecting me to say meditation, and with good cause. Of course, meditation is my number one go-to tool for releasing stress and helping develop intuition and clarity and really turning your life around. It's an incredible tool. It's the bedrock of my practice. And I have to say that every single hugely successful person that I know or read about has a daily meditation practice that they attribute to their success. So, hey, if you meditate, we are in great company. And this habit, I'd say, is just as simple, and therefore, just like meditation, it very often gets overlooked. But when you apply it, you get instant results. Are you ready? Are you ready for me to share this tip? I will. Sorry, just checking your comments there. The tip is this: ask better questions. Ask better questions. Now, let me go into this a little bit for you. The mind is like, when it's functioning properly and not leading us, the mind, when you're in the correct balance with it, often caused by meditation, is like a well-trained dog. Your mind will go and fetch you whatever you ask for. So if you ask, why is this happening to me? Your mind will come up with a whole list of things that you did to deserve your current mess, or sometimes even a list of other people to blame and put us in victim mode. If you ask questions like, why am I so bad at this? Again, little mind will come up with a ton of reasons that you suck. Here are some questions that we tend to ask ourselves that are perhaps not getting you the results that you need. Why do I attract losers? Why didn't I get that promotion? Why doesn't anyone listen to me? Why won't they just do what I say? Why can't I just do the thing? Give me a little heart or a little emoji if you are guilty of using any of these questions on yourself. And remember, if you are playing along on the replay, just go ahead and act like you're here and emoji and comment along, because that will keep you fully engaged in watching this video and mean that the training and the learning actually sinks in at a deeper level than if you're just chilling back with some popcorn. You can still have popcorn and hit a little emoji. Let me know if you have asked yourself these questions in that way as well. And did you hear the kind of victim mode in those questions? Morty. So what do we do, my loves? What do we do to turn this around on ourselves? Well, we ask better questions. And what I mean by that is that instead of asking questions like that, like, why can't I just do this? Which is a question that's geared up to have the mind prove to you that your premise is correct. I can't do this, and show you how wrong you are. So your mind is being prepped to bring you back information about how wrong you are. Can you see that? Or how your premise is correct. Why do I attract losers? Then your mind goes, oh, I'll tell you why you attract losers. Your mind will not question your premise. So there needs to be a better premise full of potential and possibilities within the questions that we ask ourselves, like this. Get a pen. Get a pen. Maybe you've just failed at something or made a big mistake. Okay, instead of asking like, what's wrong with me? Why does this always happen to me? Why am I such a loser? That's shut down. That's victim mode. That's blame mode. Instead, we open ourselves up to brighter possibilities by asking, how could I apply these lessons in the future? What can I be on the lookout for to prevent the same outcome next time? Where are my areas of weakness and how can I strengthen them? Can you see that already, that puts you in a completely different mindset to say, how can I apply these lessons in the future? Yes, you're acknowledging that there are lessons to learn, that you're growing, as we all are all the time, but you're looking to the future and problem solving rather than just staying stuck and blaming. What can I be on the lookout for to prevent the same outcome next time? This is a great question to help you tap into the wisdom of your subconscious, because very often when I'm talking to clients, and I know for myself as well, after the mistake has been made, we kick ourselves because we know that we knew. We're like, oh, I knew this project was going off the rails. I knew I shouldn't have said that. I knew I shouldn't have spoken to this person, but we ignored our intuition in the moment. And that's why making mistakes or failing can feel so frustrating, because deep down we knew that we were making mistakes. So asking a question like, what can I be on the lookout for to prevent the same outcome next time, is allowing the wisdom of your subconscious to show you all the areas that perhaps you heard the intuition but didn't have the trust to follow through and trust it. Okay, so we're asking questions that really tap back into your own wisdom and your own knowledge. Questions can also, other great questions. I'm reading my notes back to front. Other great questions, get a pen. How can I open up more time for this? One of my biggest bugbears is when people say, but I just don't have time. I'd love to do that, but I just don't have time. And you have as much time as everyone else on the planet. You have as much time as you're willing to create. So when you ask a question like, how can I open up more time for this? Again, you're tapping into your own wisdom. You're tapping into your own subconscious to ask it to show you places where maybe you're wasting time, or maybe you're doing activities that can be dropped. Another great question to open yourself up to your own wisdom. What's the one thing I can do today to achieve my goals? We spend all day in faff, really, don't we? Or getting stuff done for other people sometimes that's not moving our lives forward. So this one is actually a question that I ask pretty much every work day for myself. What's the one thing I can do today to help me achieve my goals? It's very clarifying. It's very focusing. It always shows me an area where I'll think that I need to do a whole day of something, and I ask that question and the answer is always way more pristine than what I was originally going to do. What do I want to create in my life? This is another great question because of the word create. You're taking responsibility for yourself. You're taking responsibility and ownership for your life's direction. What do I want to create in my life? Another great question. Where do I want to be in 1 year from now? See how focusing that is? So instead of, why am I stuck? Why can't I move forward? We twist it and put into a world of potential and possibility. Where do I want to be in 1 year from now? Questions can also create clarity and get us out of a thinking loop. So if I continue acting like I did today, will I achieve my goals in 1 year? See how you're leaning into your own possible learning, leaning into your own wisdom, leaning into your own subconscious to show you areas where maybe you're a little bit off track. So it's such a clarifying question. If I continue doing what I did today, will I achieve that goal within 1 year? And if the answer is no, of course, you've got a ton of other useful questions here to ask too. What habits can I drop to make me feel lighter? What habits can I drop to make me feel happier? These are very clarifying questions that lead you to actions that get you out of the loop. Even, how can I support myself to make a new habit? How can I support myself? You hear the responsibility and just the wisdom of yourself that you're leaning into with these questions. So you're not focusing on needing somebody else or needing something external. You're taking great responsibility for you being an awesome freaking conscious queen and knowing how to get yourself out of these loops if you just ask the right questions. So I just bombarded you with a ton of questions. I would highly advise you to go back and rewatch this video and pause it so you can scribble these all down. But if you are live with me now, tell me, what of these questions do you think you would like to play with this week? Which one of the questions made you go, oh, that one? Or if you already have some power questions, or you just thought of one in the last 10 minutes, share it with the group. This is miming typing. Share it with the group. And what I'd love for us to create under this video is a bank of power questions that we can share and grow together and ask ourselves all of these different questions that create clarity, questions that help us lean into our own wisdom, questions that allow the brain, allow the mind to bring back solutions rather than blame, rather than victim mode. How does that sound, my queens? Are you going to type in your questions? Please do. It would be amazing to read them. Here we go. I'm just having a little look in your comments right now. Thank you so much for joining me right now. Yep, I think everything's okay on this end. Sorry, Tanya. Catch us on the replay. And I just want to thank you all for really playing along this week and for digging into all of the comments. It's been beautiful to look at your pets. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I opened up a pet chat. And if you need some pet porn, there is a ton of pet porn in there. Go and have a look at everyone's dogs and cats, because they're all, I just want to steal them all. And if you have not yet shared your pictures, or let us know if you're a dog or a cat person, that would be amazing to know. I will continue every Thursday to ask you questions in a way that we can all really get to know each other and play in the same sandbox here as a group. My gorgeous ones, I'm going to go and stand in front of a fan and drink some more iced tea. You have been absolutely beautiful. Thank you for joining me today. If you are watching this on the replay or catching up right now, go ahead and tell us which of the questions resonated with you. Or if you already had this practice or just thought of a way to use it, share your gorgeous power question with us so we can rise together. I love you, my queens. You're amazing. Take care for now.